Text Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow back here with another one. Just wanted to tap in. Got a little time today. Did a little bit of day drinking, I ain't gonna lie. Having a good time. Last few lives I did have pretty much been on topic. Hope y'all checked out the one I did with Rascal from the Homie Hangout yesterday. Salute to my brother. That was a pretty good one. It's very rare that you'll see content like we did together. Two content creators kind of being themselves is a little bit different. So that was a lot of fun. But I just wanted to pop up, see if anybody will pop in and interact with a few of the viewers, because I do enjoy that more than anything, honestly. Interacting with the viewers, the subscribers, all the new people, man, it's really a lot of fun. And I appreciate all the love and support, because without all the viewers, none of this would be possible, of course. And it's flattering for me as just a regular dude, you know what I mean? Like nobody special or anything like that, to have such a following right now. We crossed 68,200 subscribers. We got a bunch of subscribers and followers on Spotify. Ray, what's up, man? Skid, salute. Tapping in from South Florida. That's what's up, man. Big ups to South Florida. Look at that. I'll be dang. Hey, from the Netherlands. Man, shout out to the Netherlands. Are you in Holland? Steven 210, salute, man. Look, that's two San Antonio people at the same time. That's what's up. Let me get this going on Facebook too. We're live right now. When I stream on Facebook, YouTube. Let me see. Hold on, excuse me. All right, I got to make the video public on Facebook to see the comments. But so we're streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, IG, Facebook, like 3 different locations all over the place. So depending on where you're watching, I may or may not see the comments, and I apologize. Okay, Birmingham, salute. Artie, what's up, man? Salute to the Bay Area. Man, that Artie is a real one, y'all. I can't lie. Since day one, Artie's been a real one. Chris, what's up, man? That at one time was my young cousin right there, huh? Ray, what's up, Ray? I didn't even see your name, man. Salute. What is tapping in, dog? I came back from I went and had lunch. A little bit of Patron or a little bit of Cuervo. I'm sorry. Look. A little bit of Cuervo and a little bit of Corona got me feeling good today. Shannon, what's up, man? Hey, Skip, salute, man. You say you ain't seen me before. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I've been going on YouTube now for about 4 years. And I do try to do the content that shows these people that this is not the life they want. You know what I mean? Straight up. Marco, what's up, man? Salute to my Tango Blast partners, bro. That's what's up, Wayne. What's up, Wayne? I just had a couple margaritas and a couple Coronas and didn't have nothing to do till my daughter gets out of school, so I felt like I would tap in. This will probably be one of them lives that I put unlisted just for the notification gang. I don't know. Depends on what we get into. I really want to see what's on some of y'all's mind. JD and Larry. Who was Larry? You talking about Mr. Larry? I'm not sure. You talking about... Oh, Larry Lawton, probably. Okay. That's what's up. Well, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad to have you here. We just crossed 68,200 subscribers today. And I really, really appreciate the support, man. This thing's just kept steamrolling forward. Been a real steady, gradual growth. You know what I mean? And you know what they mean? What they always say, slow and steady wins the race, right? Think about that. That's one of the oldest sayings there is for a reason. You know what, JD Delay, man? I sure do hear a lot of people talking about JD. I have yet to watch one of his videos, and that's my fault. I'll probably do that in a minute. Corey, what's up, man? Simon, that's a real one, too. Simon, man, you're one of the top supporters, too. I sure appreciate it. John Gribble, salute, man. Hope your son is doing okay, bro. Juvie busted some ass in high school. That's it. Hey, well, I guess if you never went to at least juvenile detention by the local, then you probably didn't have a fun childhood, right? Hey, Artie, man, I live in the 409. You catch all kind of stuff with that bacon. You already know. John, let me know if your son's doing good, man. I'm sure you've been talking to him. Hope everything's cool. We just been relaxing, man. A little bit of dump truck driving, a bunch of being a daddy, tad bit of YouTube, and not a whole lot. But I'm gonna start stepping it up, man. I need to do some more interviews, bring some other people on, get a little activity going. One thing, oh no, are you serious? Golly. Did they give them the case or did they actually do it? Because that's scary, man. Usually, if you get an assault on a guard, then you already know. Let me pin that comment because they won't see that on YouTube. Usually, if you get an assault on a guard, man, they're coming back some revenge. So, if it's legit, did they come back and do a cell extraction and beat them down and all that like they normally do? Skits, who you talking about? You got to remember, I've been day drinking. Hopefully, he ain't talking about me. One thing about this YouTube, man, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So that's kind of why I backed up from a lot of people off YouTube. You know what I mean? Because I don't. I mean, for one, you're doing content with fellas. You're cooperating. I'll say cooperating, like evidence. You're cooperating with each other, but you need to kind of make sure you know something about what's happening. I guess, right? Like, so I don't want to do a video with somebody and then they come out later exposed. I actually did already do that, right? Shaw, what's up, my brother? I did actually do a video with somebody like that I didn't really even want to do. The man was asking me over and over again, and I finally just conceded to do it, right? So then later he comes out that he testified in a murder trial before. And it's absolutely not a reflection on me because I had no idea. But you know how it goes, man. People will associate you with somebody. Shy, man, my truck. So I was driving my truck Thursday, it broke a shifting fork in the transmission. So I started driving another truck Friday. That thing had a dang rear end go out. They fixed my truck. And Saturday it started overheating. So I think today they're probably changing the water pump or the radiator or something. Hey, if they don't text me anything or call me and tell me what to do the next day, I'm real bad about not calling them. I take my day off. You're 19 years old from Lubbock, Texas. I wonder how I become a security guard as a 19-year-old in prison. I mean, so they're not security guards; they're called correctional officers. But I don't think it's hard, my man. You can get on. It's actually so if you're not a sadistic person, if you're not like an evil person out to get people and everything like that, being a prison guard is a good job. You know, you can't be a naive person either, right? You can't be like gullible and go work in a prison. That won't turn out well for you. But if you just want to go get your paycheck, want to go get your paycheck, come on home. It's not a bad job. And, you know, TDCJ has a retirement plan after 10 years. It's kind of like a partial retirement, they call it. So you can get the partial retirement, come back and do another 20-year full retirement. They call it double dipping. So there's actually a lot of people that are getting 2 state retirements as a prison guard. Hey, Corey, man, I mean, you know, some of them, believe it or not, are brilliant. That's the crazy part, right? We say keep it real, and them, you know, what adults and kids is not the life you want. So I guess I can't even explain that, right? Most people in prison, not necessarily because they're dumb. Most of them are in there because they're addicted. That's the real facts. A lot of drug-fueled crimes, whether it's possession, stealing to get it, alcohol-fueled crimes. You know what I mean? Like people making some extreme dumb choices. That's for sure. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, people making extremely dumb choices, and then they're paying the price for it for many years. That's what old me and Mr. Larry used to talk about a lot, right? That 30 seconds of your life can cost you 30 years, no problem. That's literally the thing. Did I ever make wine in there? So you know what? I wasn't a wine maker per se, but I participated and helped people. And when I was in the shoe in the feds, my cellmate would make 1 cup a week. He drank that cup on Friday or Saturday, and boy, it'd be just like heaven for him. But seeing a lot of people bought some before, you know what I mean? All right, salute, Chris. One thing I don't do is do any talking about that type stuff, though. I love you, though. Definitely don't. Oh, kindly unit got a couple there. So you know what, Conley unit, shout out to my homeboy from the hood. My homeboy said I had a friend that he caught a life sentence, life without parole. One of the first ever people to get life. Yeah, one of the first ever people in Texas to get life without parole. They sent him to Conley unit, and immediately he went ad seg for trying to extort somebody. Like he went down. Well, no, he went G5, right? Then he went crazy in G5 and went ad seg for trying to attack some people. But just right away, he literally started off his bid the worst way you can think about. The last time he wrote me a letter, he didn't even know what was going on. He thought he was like the king of Egypt. He told me he was time traveling from his cell and that he owned a bunch of property all over the world and stuff like that. You know what I mean? PJ, what's up, little bro? Much love. And yeah, so on the wine tip in the state, they were drinking a lot of hooch wine stuff. And the feds, they would take the hooch wine and then boil that, put it through a condenser, and they would make white lightning. The white lightning was the white lightning was pure, literally like Everclear. You can imagine that. You know what? I never even really talked about the first time I ever drank white lightning in the feds. It was a trip. Shout out to my brother DJ. DJ is a GD cat from Howard Street, North Side Chicago, right? Me, him, my homeboy Rico, and my homeboy man, it's my homeboy Willie. Man, Willie's gonna be mad at me right now because Willie's a rapper and everything. A lot of people know him. But we were sitting in the cell drinking Willie Dutch. That's right. Shout out to Willie Dutch. We were sitting, John, salute my brother. We were sitting in the cell, me, Willie Dutch, Rico, and DJ. When they're smoking, drinking. And man, I just felt too loaded. I was like, hold on, man. This is crazy. All three of these guys are my friends. Now, I'm not in here with anybody I got to worry about or nothing. But I got so drunk off that white lightning, it literally been a few years since I drank anything. Yeah, when that hit me, I told them, man, party's over for me. I got to go home, y'all. I mean, I felt like I was going to maybe go to sleep. I don't know how to explain it. My head starts spinning. You know how it is if you haven't drank in a few years and then you go drink some Everclear, imagine. And we had it mixed in some juice. So it was pretty cool. Anyone ever get inside the unit? Yes. So Holiday Unit is where you get sent to if you come out of Galveston County. I don't think I ever really heard anybody going anywhere else. If you want to know the truth, they would sell. If you know those little honey bears, it's a little jar of honey that you squirt out, and it looks like a bear. That's what they would sell in the feds of White Lightning. So you can buy those, and one of those right there is gonna get you and a couple other people loaded. Like 4 people, about $15. 4 people, you're twisted. Y'all get 2 of them, 4 people, y'all might start fighting. You know what I mean? I remember one time in the state. I could see you can see the wing across from you. What's up, my brother? You can see the wing across from you, right? And they were all bragging at Rick that they were gonna go drink. They were having like a party for Monday Night Football. and they basically had brewed up a batch big enough for the whole wing. Everybody was getting on it right. Big party night. I don't know what the hell was going on. So we're watching them sip. We can see them lighting up cigarettes, lighting up, you know what I'm saying? They're having their fun. And all of a sudden I look around and they're all fighting. I yell at my homeboy, say, because we're standing by the TV, we can look through the thing. I say, look, bro, they're all fighting over there. The whole wing had erupted in a drunken Monday night football fight, right? Mexicans, blacks, whites. At that point, nothing even mattered anymore. They were all just loaded. They come through and stop the fight, pretty much just yell at them. They didn't have to gas them or anything. It wasn't that serious, right? They stopped the fight, lock them all down, do their little investigation, and realize they're all drunk. Man, they all got an out of place case. That's all they got, which was kind of like a cop out. Like, it wasn't even really the case they should have got, right? But once the administration realized it's just a drunk brawl and nobody's got beef with anybody and nobody's mad at each other or whatever, that was the end of it. That was hilarious. And none of the inmates held no animosity toward each other or nothing. The next day, they're all hanging out, chilling. Some of them busted up, black eyes, busted lips, and all that. Hey, Umar, I seen what you said about Safe P, man. Honestly, it's so. I think Safe P is a parole program, right? And I discharged, so I didn't really ever have to deal with Safe P. I think that's so Safe P. Is that a parole thing, or is that something you get sentenced to? I do remember hearing people in the county when I was young talking about going to Safe P and all that. The first time I ever went to prison, I had an aggravated charge, so it was definitely none of that. But I would do it. Man, Skits, it was a good time. It was like an old bar fight amongst friends or something. One thing about it, hey, after anybody that's ever been in a real fight, I don't care if it's animosity or not, you already know. Once you've been in a real fight, you literally respect the person that you fought, right? Who do you respect more in life other than somebody that you boxed with, battled with, especially somebody that whooped you? You might want to go back and try it again. Probation violations. Yeah, so I think Safe P is a drug program. Yeah, so first time I went to prison was an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a retaliation on a witness. Excuse me. So yeah, I was out of there on the Safe P action. Scared, see what I'm saying? That's how it always goes, right? So a lot of times you'll see two men fight, sometimes going multiple rounds, and then later they're shaking hands, and the next day you see them smoking together or something. They realize that situation. So a lot of times, honestly, as if you get into a real life fist fight, prison in the streets or whatever, and you're the one that's pursuing it, like you're insisting that this man fight you, and that's how it goes most of the time. The other guy's just willing to give you what you want. A lot of times afterwards, you realize, yeah, this shit wasn't even worth it. You'll feel better about it, but at the same time, you'll be like, man, it really wasn't worth all that. I was just mad. Now you feel kind of silly, and you and the dude have a bond. Exactly. You both respect each other because you know each one of y'all will go. So that's why we say all the time, you'll see inmates. I mean, I know some prison systems, some states, they don't really fight. But in the prison systems where they do fight a lot, like Texas and some of the other ones, Ashley, what's up? They'll tell you, and I know this sounds crazy to somebody in the free world, right? Where they say it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it just matters if you show up, right? But on the other hand, nobody should be bullying people either. It's a fine line, right? Like, don't go around picking on people that you can whoop. But at the same time, if somebody does, go on and do it. Zay, what's up, Zay? You want to hop on with me real quick? I'm just doing my little thing real quick while I'm drinking these imports. I'd love to talk about that with you, though, Zay. That'd be real. You know what, Zaydog 400, man? Make sure y'all subscribe to my young homie's channel too, man. He's He ain't been YouTubing as long as I have at all. But he's one of the main contributors to this channel, main supporters. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the love, man. That's real life. Let's see. Zay, if you could tap in, come tap in for a minute. I ain't gonna stay on too long today, but we might as well. Anybody else want to get in? Get in. I'm gonna do some more lives like this, random lives where I invite folks into them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There go my bro right there. Zay, what's up, bro?
Man, chilling, man. I can't call it.
Yeah, hey, I went and had a little lunch by myself, man. I didn't work today. Got me a couple margaritas and a couple Coronas. I'm just kicking back, chilling till it's time. So I'm gonna have to get them to bring my daughter to me today, right? I ain't gonna do no drunk driving to go get her, but they'll bring it to me.
That's what's up, man. You deserve it, man. For real, you deserve to kick your feet up. Now,
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. Like, honest to God, it feels good when I can because it's not too often. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it, right?
yeah.
I wanted to ask you something. When you supposed to have your daughter?
May 8th.
May 8th. That's getting close then, huh?
Real close. We having a baby shower soon, so yeah.
Are you? Hey, say, man, let me know when. I'll send something over there for sure. That's no doubt, dog. That'll be live. I know. So when I had my daughter, I was 38, right? And at that time, I had stopped messing with anybody, bro. And that sounds kind of messed up, but I was fresh out the feds, right? I'd only been out for about 9 months when I had my daughter, so I didn't. I still had all my friends, bro, but you know what? Like I wasn't actively trying to see anybody, family. They tried to have a baby shower for me, but I was never close to my family or anything. So I just told everybody no, right? I said, man, I'm 38. I got this. I'll do it. But that was me being hard headed. You know what? Afterwards, I regretted that bad. I was like, man, I should have had that baby shower.
For real, especially when you really not prepared. Like I'm really not prepared, but due to family or whatever, her family, you know what I'm saying, my family, they came together and like show love, you feel what I'm saying? So and it's gonna come in use because baby beds and all this stuff. All I need now is probably like a car seat or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm definitely gonna make that happen.
Yeah, say straight up, man. You know what? So listen, the reason I didn't do it because I felt kind of funny about it. Like, man, I don't want to take this stuff from people that I never really gave much to, and I was always this bad kid. But then I realized later that everybody was just doing it out of love, man. Like nobody would offer this, nobody would try it if it wasn't for real. So I felt like a real man. I felt goofy for not doing it, dog. So I'm glad to know y'all are doing one. And if you know what, so if anybody even throws you one, that just means there's folks out here that love you, man.
For sure, for sure. And not only that, they it's really the baby though. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. The baby also they they got love for me, but it's the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Yeah, so they want to make sure it's all right. Man, that's exciting.
For sure. She ain't asked to be here, so yeah.
You know what? My little daughter, man, is a handful, bro. I swear, they're different than boys, man, because they're emotional little things. You know what I mean? My daughter acts, bro, she acts so tough. You'll swear she's a gangster. And then until one time you heard her feelings, just boo, ha, ha, ha. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you really a little girl. It's funny, man.
That's how girls is. You think they a tomboy, they just tough, but really they still a girl, so they sensitive. Especially when they get say something. I know my daughter, she gonna be like that. When I say something, it's gonna hurt her every
It
time.
does. So you know what? Like literally, it's just me and my daughter every day, right? Like it's me and her 90% of the time, and she's not in school 95% of the time. And I'm one of them parents where I kind of spoil her, right? I mean, she's my only child. It's just me and her home or whatever. But the few times where she's really out of line and I get mad and it's time to like get on her, man, do you know it affects her so bad and I feel bad. I know it's my job as a parent, right? Like I got to fix this right now. I got to tell her don't do that. Don't play with that knife. Don't touch them scissors. Don't don't do this, don't do that, right? Don't run with a pencil. But the way it hits her, man, I feel bad, dog, and that's crazy. So I never expected that feeling, right, in life, where I feel bad for doing the right thing.
Appreciate y'all in the comments. Appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm. Hey, they're showing you a bunch of love in the comments, man. So
Yeah.
everything that a lot of grown-ups can relate to, bro, is like the fear, the anxiety, the happiness, the nervousness of having a new child. And you already said on the last video, got some charges pending right now. You know what I mean? So it's just stressful, bro. But you gotta just take your time and go day for day, right? Just enjoy the moment, live in the moment, man.
No, for sure.
Yeah, Ash, what's up, Ash? Ash say if you hit her up, she'll send you something for the baby too, man. You know what I mean? We might have to have a virtual baby shower for Zaydog. That'd be live, right?
Gotta be loud, do something on YouTube or something.
I know it. I see my boy Alvin Seaside. What's up, Gary? Hey, let's see something. Hold on. See if we can get Gary up in here. Hey, Gary, tap that link and come tap in real quick if you got a little bit of time. You know what, say, Zay? Have you ever seen that leather work that my man Gary does down there in Corpus Christi?
I seen him one day. He was on live with you. He like make and the last time he was on live with you and I was on live, I think he had like gun holsters or was it like knife holsters and stuff like that?
Yeah, all kind of. So he does a lot of knife holsters, I think, because he can do them all different. You know what I'm saying? Make them all real fancy, but pretty easy for him. But Gary,
Gun holsters in like craft shop and stuff like that. And
yeah. Gary, get your camera stabilized, Gary, and I'm gonna bring you in once you set your phone down. I see him in the studio right back there. When you get it set down, I'm gonna bring you in. So what he does though is basically make whatever you want. And he learned all that in a Texas prison, dog. That's why it's so live. Like literally, he learned a skill that pays him bills. Hefe Rich, what's up, man? White boy Rick. That's my partner, man. He's saying what's up too. You know what, Hefe Rich, check him out on YouTube. White dude got some really good music, man.
I know I be showing love to his music and he be showing love to my channel. I ain't gonna lie, he came from your channel. It's a lot of people that be coming from your channel showing love. I promise, like so many.
So I mean, that's cool because guess what? You right here showing love to me, so we gonna shout you out, and they gonna show love to you. You know what I mean? So every person's channel is gonna be different. So don't ever watch Zaydog channel and expect him to be like me, or watch my channel and expect me to be like him. It just ain't how it works. But
For sure.
we different people, but it don't mean you can't support both of us. Or guess what? If you want to support Zaydog and say F Tim Snow, I'm cool with that. If you want to, vice versa, we real men. You know what I mean? But it's just how it goes. Gary, where you at, Gary? He turned his camera off. But anyway, what I was getting ready to say, right? He sent me a picture a while back of the coldest gunslinger leather belt. Gary, man,
What's up, brother?
Even know if we can bring it up, man. Remember that gun belt that you made that was red and black?
Yeah, the alligator one, yeah, for Albert, my homeboy Albert De Leon.
Hey, tell Albert De Leon he's bad built, man.
Oh, he ain't got no ass at all, dude. He lost it. I don't know what happened to his ass. He ain't got none.
Zay, listen.
When he tried that thing on, it was like, dude, I got to make the belt smaller now. What happened?
Yeah. Listen, Gary got a homeboy that bought this gun belt, dog. It's the livest thing. Like, picture the coldest cowboy you ever seen back in the old days. I mean, like billionaire, trillionaire cowboy. This gun belt that he made him. Then he shows the picture of his homeboy standing there wearing it, and it's about to fall off his hips because the boy ain't got no booty, man. We made fun of that guy forever, man. CeeLo, what's up, fam?
It probably fit him at first.
That's the only dude that I got, the only customer I got, bro, that actually comes and he don't ask no questions. He pays whatever you tell him because he knows it's worth it. Everybody else, dude, how free can you go?
You got anything you can show us, Gary? Right now?
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that python skin I got, dog?
Where's it at?
30 feet long, man.
Where's it at?
I got it up. I've got it put in a box. If I get it out, I got to unroll that bad. I don't know if you can see it. I take up the whole room. But here I got pieces of it.
Nice. Yeah, let me see. Somebody comment and ask what's the. Oh yeah,
there's little pieces of it.
So you chopped it up? You cut it up?
Yeah, I'm making a backpack. I'm making a backpack like they were making in the feds over there where you were at. I'm gonna make a backpack out of it, and a purse. A purse right here, dog. I'm making a round purse out of it.
So the backpack, you know the JanSport backpacks, like the ones the kids wear to school with the zipper and all that. That's how they were making them, a pattern exactly like that. The one that you made with the fold over top, remember, with the roll over rattlesnake and everything, that was more, to me, that would probably be more super duper tight for a woman. You know what I'm saying? But the JanSport, man, if you can make one of those, I want to buy it. I ain't gonna lie.
I can make anything, man. We get any old backpack, man. Find the old one to go in the trash. I just take the pattern off of it, take it apart, make it better.
Zay, what you think, Zay? Listen, what you think, fam? If I get remember them JanSport backpacks? They had the leather bottom. They were just normal backpacks back in the day. Any normal backpack, dog. Think about sending it down to Gary and getting one coming back python and rattlesnake.
Yeah, we could. I'll make the whole thing brand new.
Yeah, they were making them in the feds, and they were selling them from $800 to $1,200 on the compound.
Hey, you seen this one, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that one, I ain't gonna lie, right? Is that a men's or is that women's or is that both?
That's mine, baby. Ain't no women's. What you talking about?
Gary gonna whoop me.
What you talking about?
So the only reason I say that, I've never seen the roll top like how that is, right? That's like totally different from me.
It makes it a lot bigger. You can put a lot more stuff in it, but it makes it heavier too, man. It's heavy as hell. It's got a whole alligator on it, so.
Hey, somebody's in the comment, and shout out to KB Unit Beaumont. I was QA. They want to know the first units y'all was ever on.
Hilltop.
Like ID unit.
Yeah, I think so.
ID unit I was on was Beto, and then I got shipped from Beto to Ferguson and went to G5. But I was on.
So did you go to Ferguson and get G5, or you got G5 on Beto and sent over there?
Yeah, I got G5 off of Beto to Ferguson because Beto didn't have G5 over there no more. Like, I don't know if they put that in, but I was already in medium custody over there, so I got G5 after medium custody.
They didn't even have no G5 when I was there.
I know. What was it like there back then, Gary? When you got there, it was just straight SEG.
S1, 2, 3, and 4. It was the line classes, and then if you got down to line class 1, line class 2, line class 3, you're just in last place. You're gonna be in one dorm somewhere or something where there's nothing, not a TV, not a mattress. On Pack 2, they didn't even have mattresses, dude. If you lost your line class, you didn't work, you didn't even have a mattress, dude. They just put you. There was a tank right there by the chow hall in the commissary, dude, full of 100 dudes that didn't have nothing, and they just stand at the bar and beg for shit as you walk by. It's a pain in the dick walking past them. All of them. Hey, what you got? What you got? Give me something. What? Cigarettes, coffee. Yeah.
So you know what I wanted to kind of talk about one time, and I was gonna actually do a video about it, but I didn't ever do the video. I know y'all seen it too. Y'all remember the old school cat? And I'm not making fun of them because that'd be dead wrong, right? But you remember the old school cats that be doing so bad that they stand by the trash can in the chow hall and ask everybody, "Are you gonna finish that?"
Yeah, it's pretty sad actually.
And on the block, they used to after we spread, we used to bless people game. Like if we'll get full off the spread, and we'd be like, "Hey, come here." Like it be people that don't go to store. We'll call them over and feed them and stuff.
Make them clean the bowl, right?
Hey, say, dog. Remember what you were talking about last night in California? How they don't eat with other races?
Yeah.
Did you see my comment? I'd have come out of the penitentiary rich, dog. Fat racks. I wouldn't have had to feed all my broke homeboys. You know what I'm saying? And I eat by myself because I didn't mess with no white dudes. So there you go. I'd have been rich, dog. Just me and myself. Huh? My
homeboy Marco Cruz. Marco's Houston, right? But he stays in Mexico right now. He said he was on Pack 2 in '95. What year did you leave Pack 2 and go to Briscoe?
I went to Pack 2 at the end of '86 and left there at the end of '87.
Oh, you was there in the '80s? Man, you're old as hell.
Yeah.
How old is this guy we're talking to?
Hey. Penitentiary keep you looking young, buddy.
So this is the real deal. We got 3 generations here. We got my Uncle Gary and we got my nephew Zaydog, and I'm just that one in the middle, huh?
Nephew.
Man, say.
Nephew.
So that makes you Zay grandpa, boy.
Yeah,
Real, huh? 80 stories. But you know what? So that's what I like about this, though. Since Mr. Larry passed away, Mr. Larry was the go-to expert for the old days. You know what I mean? And he started, of course, in '75. Look, Gary started in '86. Gary, so on that '86 bid, I know you came back on a quarter. What you was doing on that '86 bid? That was a 10.
12 years. I got 12 years. They were going to give me 15, my first offense. But when I went to court, they just said, because it was my birthday, I turned 18 that day. And I went to court, and she goes, well, since it's your birthday, I'll take off a couple of years. I said, okay, cool.
Are you serious? Happy
And
birthday.
then I got a 16 after that. And when I got to 16, I was expecting to get a 20 or at then. But when I went into court, they didn't do it. They gave me 10 years for stealing a truck. And then they sent me over to Rockport, and they gave me 6 and stacked it on top of that one from Corpus and gave me 16. That's when I got shipped. I thought I was going home, and I gave away all my stuff. And they took me back to the walls and let everybody off the bus at the walls, told me to get back on and shipped me right back to diagnostics. Gave me a new TDC number and shot me back a month later to Adult Briscoe, where I was at, where everybody walking past the line building talking shit. You back already? You back already? Bro, ain't got nothing, gave it all away.
I gotta you remember a cop over there named Skeletor? You said something about Skeletor before.
Pack two, he was the field lieutenant or captain, whatever he was. He kicked your ass, dude. That old man will kick your ass.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play.
Marco just asked about him in the comments, and you said you'd already mentioned Skeletor a few times in other videos.
Hey, does he know? Remember his wife? Actually, remembers his wife, the mail lady right there, sitting in the hallway. Skeletor weighed about 75 pounds, and she weighed about 595 pounds, dude. That lady was huge. I don't know how they got along, but they did.
I got a question for you, Gary. This is a serious question I never thought to ask you, right? So when you got down to Pack 2 in '86, '87, we already know that thing was rock and roll. You told us that was robbing and jacking and stealing and killing and everything else.
Yeah, Pack 2 is one of the worst places besides Mineral Wells.
Well, what was the contraband game like back then in 1986? Like, it was y'all smoking was cigarettes still legal?
Bro, there was no contraband. We didn't need it. They sold everything.
Oh,
maybe if you got some weed in or something like that, but I never. Yeah, you know what? I never saw the weed that much. That's what crazy when y'all say all that legal's there like that. Why wasn't the weed there like that? I would have smoked some weed. Nobody ever had no weed, man.
Well, the reason that the K2 synthetic stuff is in there so strong is a couple of reasons. For one, it's cheap, right? It's
free, basically.
Yeah, but it's so addictive, right? People don't understand. I didn't understand this till I went to Nueces County Jail because heroin wasn't a big thing here. But so synthetic, the K2 nowadays is some type of synthetic opiate, synthetic fentanyl type thing, and they withdraw out. Last 15, 20, 25 minutes, then they withdraw so bad they'll do anything to get it back, right? But the main key is the drug dogs can't smell it. So the officers are 100% cool with bringing it in. They can stick it in their booty crack. They can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're from Texas. Somebody asked where y'all fools from. Man, we're from the Lone Star State. Don't mess with Texas type activity.
Texas, man. No,
say, so cigarettes, were you there when they started outlawing cigarettes, Gary?
Yeah, I was there, but actually they did it in 94. 94. I was in the free world. I was out on bond for the charge I got, but right there at the end of 94, I went to jury trial, and got that 25. So
I'll be damn. So when I'm saying when they outlawed cigarettes, like, did they do like a system-wide shakedown and try to take everything?
Yeah, you see what they did is they gave everybody 30 days. They're going to run the commissary. They're going to sell tobacco to the TDC sold out of their tobacco stock, and you can keep that. But then after the last day they sold tobacco, you had 30 days for it to be gone. And man, them dudes they stashed tobacco everywhere. Because when I got there in 95, and 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, till I left and went to Mineral Wells, we would find tobacco stashed out there in the furniture factory, cans of Bugler. Dudes hit it, got locked up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of tabletops made out of like 2-inch thick wood, big old tabletops, and they cut all the middle of them out except for the top 2. So just a bunch of tabletops up on the shelf. Actually, it was all empty in there. It was just full of fucking tobacco and shit. Somebody
they had them hollowed out or what?
Huh?
They had them hollowed out?
Yeah, it was all hollowed out. The whole center was right there. And it was big enough to sleep in, actually. Somebody
Did
probably
you hear
sleeping up
about
there one
So I
time.
think it was Styles unit. Did you hear about that the other day? They had 30, I think it was 30 cell phones and 30 chargers come in a hollowed out piece of wood, and they caught them the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people got to be getting some time for that, man, because they get busted all the time, dude. At Gib Lewis, Gib Lewis, the field bosses, whenever they weren't in the fields, there was a park on the highway out there somewhere. I don't know where. I was locked up behind the fence. But there's a park somewhere there, and they would go sit on their horses way back up in the woods and just sit there and drink beer, smoke cigarettes, whatever, and look at that park. And because every day the trustees would come from the unit and go to that park and pick up all the trash and shit. And so they sit there and wait, dude. They would catch somebody's fucking wife every day, dude. Every day. And the bad part about it is when they come in and they get the inmate, most of the time the inmate would fucking blame it on his wife too and say, I didn't tell her to bring it. That ain't no shit, dude. I was like, you this on your own wife, dog?
So you know what I just seen, Zaydog? They want you to talk, man. So I'm gonna ask you a question real quick.
Go for
Zaydog, what you remember about them Beto thug calls?
Woo, thug call, stick call, thug call, stick call. I'm talking about people going down the run. Thug call, that mean cigarettes, and stick call, that's weed, basically. You know what I'm saying? But
so hold on, tell them how it really goes. What you mean they're coming down the run? What you talking about? They don't know. So 70% of my audience never been to prison, right? We gotta explain it to them.
So you got 1 row, 2 row, and you got 3 row. You know, and some units they got 4 rows. You know, you might like I think Cokefield, like that's one of the biggest units, so they got 4 rows, I want to say. But like on Beto they had 3 rows, and it'd be the person that clean up the dorms and stuff. Sometimes it only be him because like the guards be so good, they be like, man, get your money. I ain't tripping. You got the flow, you know what I'm saying? Go around and get your money or whatever. People come down the runs with commissary bags and with cereal on them. Down the run, be like, I know what that means. Stick. You want a stick of weed? You know what I'm saying? A stick is like a little small, little bit of weed. You know what I'm saying? Because you know everything is expensive in there. But then they got.
Hey, hold on. Tell them how small them little sticks are.
Yeah, like so
crumbs, right?
I'm talking
you can get 3 out of a cigarette. Let's put it that way. At least.
Yeah, bigger than the weed, because you know that's more expensive.
Yeah, like, right. So thug call meant they're selling cigarettes, right? Let me explain this a little bit all the way, right? So you'll be sitting in your cell, minding your business, wishing you had a cigarette, or maybe wanted to smoke a little something, get your mind right, right? And all of a sudden you'll hear somebody yelling down the run, thug call, thug call, thug call. And this is this man literally advertising that he got cigarettes for sale, and you say, hey, over here, you know what I'm saying? So we back then, I was there before you, right? We called them gangsters. It was thugs and gangsters. Gangsters.
They used to say that thugs and gangsters on everything.
Right. So it was gangsters, right? Gangster call, gangster. And that means he got some greenery. And you literally just yell out your cell, throw your hand out, and it's a delivery process. Like, so it's so wide open on these maximum security prisons. Basically, the police are so cool with it, but not all police, right? But some of them are so cool with it that you just walk around yelling, thug call, and he hear you too. He know what the hell you doing, but it's wide open business, right?
Hey, bro, what you said about cigarettes and when they banned them, the last time I was over there, when I went through diagnostics, last time I went through diagnostics, you had the dudes who walk down the run, like he's talking about hot water. They come by and bring you a cup of coffee. Well, these dudes got slick, dude, over there at diagnostics, man. These dudes were getting a hold of a belt. Back then you had belts. And if you were in transit, they'd take your belt. That's how they know that you weren't, that you know, but if you got your belt, these dudes would get on the run. They just leave their cell, go on another run and get a jug and start screaming hot water. And they come by and they start selling people cigarettes. Hey, you want to buy some cigarettes? You want to buy some cigarettes? Get some squares. They didn't have no cigarettes, but they'd get the commissary, and we're locked in our cells. Can't go nowhere. Can't do nothing. And the dude say, all right, I'll be right back. He'd collect a whole bunch of cash on the road, put it in the wind, dog, go back to his cell. Come up
So
like a
I
big
was
dog.
getting ready to say that. What year was that you first seen that, Gary?
Whenever they banned the cigarettes, so it was after 95.
So
it was a
10
bird
years.
unit though.
Hold on, look. 10 years later, I got hit with that same trick. They done it to me.
They got you?
Yeah, they got me.
They got you, man.
So I was
I
in there.
didn't smoke in prison, so I wasn't worried about it. I didn't smoke tobacco at all.
Yeah, I was at Bird Unit.
Scary.
At that time, they called it Bird Unit, right? I was in there with a Mexican cat. I'll never remember. He was from Richmond, Texas, and the dude was kind of fly, like a rap music type Mexican and everything. And man, he kept saying silly stuff, right? I was like, man, I'm gonna let this dude make it. Like, we're only in here for a few days. It ended up being a couple weeks, but eventually he said something about, man, you know, when you go where you go, you can't be no crip. White boys gonna beat you up, blah, blah, blah. I say, man, listen, man. I say, man, I'm not new into the system, man. I already been here for 2 years already. I say, doing what I do, man. Ain't nobody stopped me yet. I say, but if you think they are, you be the first one, right? Like basically calling them out. And he didn't want to come off the bunk. I say, bitch, you heard me. And end up, so I smashed literally my cellmate beat him up and still had to live with him about 7 more days, right? And I was like, boy, this is a real prison blast right here. Because for them 7 days, I'm knowing that he's soft, he's weak. But at the same time, every time you go to sleep, now you got 7 more days in here with this dude. You don't know what he's going to do, right? So yeah, that was crazy. I didn't want to do that. And I don't even talk about a lot of fights or anything like that on here because I don't want to sound too cool. But so that dude was just real disrespectful, and I didn't know why. Like, I hadn't did nothing to him or anything, but after I put them hands on him, and I had been working out, running laps, doing push-ups, burpees, and everything at that time, and he hadn't. So I don't know why he was even playing with me, right? I guess he seen, oh, this a white dude. I don't know what he was thinking, but he got his. And after that happened, you know, the only time we would come out to chow, right? And people was messing with him, like, oh, you let the white boy whoop you, blah, blah, blah. So it was a crazy situation, you know, but that was actually, so that was the only time in penitentiary I ever had anybody say anything like that to me. Not on no maximum unit, not in the feds, not state jail. And this wasn't
For real, though. For real.
Whose business it wasn't, right? It wasn't even his business, right? But so I don't think he ever said anything like that to anybody else ever again, probably.
I never had nobody say anything crazy. They just looked at you crazy because I'd get there and ask for my homeboys, and they'd point over to some white dude sitting over there. I'd go, nah, man, my homeboys from Corpus, dude. And I'd find him, and right off the bat, it'd be hatred, man, dude. Every white dude there just looking at you sideways, crazy, calling you race traitor, all kind. Man, shut up, dude. They're the ones walking around with the bandages on their head, nobody else.
Yeah. So I don't like. So here's the thing, Gary.
Yo.
I don't like talking about that type of stuff, right? Because I'm white. Obviously, I was a Crip, and
me too.
I don't want to be accused of. So it's hard to explain, right? I'm all the way white, but as I served all my time for over 25 years, rolling 60 Crip, that was number one. But I'm still white, right? I don't want the name or reputation of, oh, he's a race traitor, he hates white people. I got a beautiful white daughter.
They're the ones who give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else called you that, but the dudes who were hating on you.
Right, right. They're asking, my man Shy is asking if you did time with Saucy D, and no, sir, Shy. Saucy D was there earlier. You know what?
I never knew him.
Yeah, no, you know, that's Dale. That's my partner from we grew up together. So he's actually, him and his family originally from Wharton, and they moved to Lamarck at a young age, and they would be back and forth. So he's kind of like a two-city type cat.
Hey, you know, speaking of the bird, you know, the day that happened, whenever they killed that Mr. Bird, they drug him behind that pickup truck. It was right outside the fence right there at Gib Lewis, dude. It was right freaking there, dog. That happened when I was there, dude. And I remember when it came on the news. Remember I told you? When it came on World News, I looked at my homeboy Vela, and I said, dude, shit's fixing to get live around here, dog. And about 5 seconds later, some white dude stood up and said, those are my homeboys. Those are your homeboys? Dude, everybody, they were getting lit up that day. Everybody was. You didn't want to be there that day. They were chunking. Guards didn't know what to do.
So you mean the day that 3 white dudes drug a black man from a bumper by a chain?
Yep.
A white guy was crazy enough to jump up and say, that's my homeboy?
Bro, I'm telling you.
How bad did he look when they was done with him?
When East Texas, check it out. East Texas, for $20, East Texas would guarantee a handprint on somebody's face for a month. More money you gave him after that, it just got a little bit better. And you didn't want to get hit by East Texas. I think he'd been there all his life. Never said a word, quiet as hell. But he'd get up and take care of business, though, real quick.
So let me ask Zay, dog, because we talked about this before. Zay, do you remember cats? So we talk about it. Me and Dale talked about it before because Saucy D was definitely one of those cats, right? Do you remember anybody in prison that would go beat somebody up for somebody else for some money?
Hitman.
Yeah, right. It's a real thing, right?
There was a white dude at guards at this time too, dude.
Let him say. I want to hear what he got to say.
Shit, my bad.
Yeah, and when I was in prison, you had people that was like that was on that had rank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I'm saying they were very important people. You feel me? And they could fight, they could do all that, but they got other stuff going on. So they'll pay somebody, be like, man, I'll send you a cat. Back then it wasn't Cash App, it was green dots and green dots and like wire Western Union some money. Go beat him up real quick. I'll give you 12 hours on the phone. You know what I'm saying? You get an hour a day, you know what I'm saying? On the phone or whatever. Go beat that nigga up right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
I know a crib nigga named Devo. He was like that. That nigga was like a UFC fighter. He was that type of nigga. What? Oh, bet I'll beat that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Kiki was like that too, out of Galveston, bro. Shout out to Kiki, you know what I'm saying? But he was like that. You had a bunch of them, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie.
They got no money.
That's what I'm saying. So Gary, you told me one time, was that East Texas you were saying, where he came up to you and he realized you had some bread in there and he said, hey, if you ever have any problems, I'll take care of it for cheap.
Because like I said, I was the only white dude who sat at the benches right there. And he sat across from me and for years. And every time I'd make food, watching football, we're big gamblers. I'd bring him a ball. He didn't have no money. And he never really talked to me and shit. But then I was in the craft shop and I mumbled under my breath, man, I'd like to fuck this dude up, talking about another dude. And he looked at me and he goes, man, you really can't get no shit, can you, in that craft shop? You got too much up there, huh? I said, yeah, you got to fucking walk away from a lot of shit, dude. And that's when he ran it down to me about the $20, a handprint guaranteed for a month for $20 and that, 25, that whatever after that, all the way up to a helicopter ride, whatever you wanted.
And I mean, they're serious, like people.
Hitman.
You know, so let me ask both of y'all something. So both of y'all question. Both of y'all's answers might vary, right? Because Zay is young, Gary's older than I am.
Easy, Tiger.
If y'all, I said older than I am. That's all I said, my man. I'm sorry. Listen, calm down, old school.
You gotta take my vitamins.
Cool. Listen, Zay, I'm gonna ask Zay first. If you was a multi-millionaire, right? Like you own big companies and all this, and you went to prison, would you just pay somebody like $100 a week to be like, say, man, you handle all my lightweight, I ain't got to worry about nothing ever? Like, so, I mean, like, you can afford this, right? Is it worth it to you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll handle it myself.
Yeah. There's no need for that, really, dude. Because dude, I never walked into a prison, not even El Paso County Jail, and had dudes just start shit with me, man, and talk shit to me. Never, not one time. I've seen it happen to people. You know what I'm saying? I never, all them years in the penitentiary, I had maybe 5 fights, not counting riots. Those are different. You have to, that's everybody, every man for himself. But like fights, just fist fights, one-on-one. And they were all with my damn homeboys, man. Every single one of them was with my own homeboys.
True. So Zay, I'm sorry, Gary cut you off. I love my man Gary, but I want to hear what you had to say.
I can't hear it. Sorry, my bad.
You good? What'd you say?
I was about to say, like, okay, say a person with money, right? A person with money, right? He'll have respect for, he really ain't gonna have too much respect because nigga know you hiding behind that money. You feel me? It's plenty of people I knew in prison that had money, and the reason why nobody really fucked with them is because of their money and they was helping people out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you had people that had money and that still will punch you down and fight and do everything himself. He's a man and he don't ask for help or he don't need nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. We respect people like that way more than the person that's hiding behind his money. You know what I'm saying? That's going, you feel what I'm saying? Pay somebody to handle his light work. Don't get it twisted. That person right there is an important person, but I've seen it where where like he be blast or something. I'm giving for instance, he was blast or something. He got all this money, this, that, one other, and they wind up getting tired of him, and he ain't feeding them enough. So they like, you know what? Today you about to fight. You get into it with this dude, and usually we let you make it, and we don't let you fight or whatever because you got money or whatever. But today we mad at you because you ain't been blessing our games like you used to and stuff like that. So now today we gonna make you fight today. And then you see the real. You be like, oh shoot. You know what I'm saying? He be getting scared and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the plan or whatever. But
So let me say something. So I like what both of y'all said, right? Both of y'all, Gary's answer to me was, I'm a fucking convict. I know how to go through my time without getting any trouble. And the few times that I get into it, I'm gonna deal with it, right? Zay answered, no, sir, I would never pay for that because in Texas, respect is the ultimate, right? Like it's the number one thing that you have to have. And you can buy your way through prison, right? You can definitely do that. But like he said, you better have that money that's never going to run out, right? You better have that lifelong. Like if your mama is sending you money, your mama better be young. She better last a long time for you type stuff is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So the ultimate, my point to this, I knew what both of y'all was going to say, right? My point to this is it's an equal playing field in there. It don't matter if you're rich, if you're white, you're black, you're Mexican, whatever. Like it's every man is a man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate both y'all's answers because I think a lot of people feel like they got money, so they're gonna go in and just buy their way through. And maybe they do or whatever, but as a real man, you're not gonna sleep good at night if you don't have that real respect, right?
that's facts. I ain't gonna be able to.
Shit, hold on, Gary. I had muted your mic because he was talking. Hold on, my bad.
My bad. I can't.
No, you
Hey,
good? You all right?
All right. Hey, to add what he said, bro, I don't care what you do. If you pay somebody one time, even if you can fight for yourself, if for some reason you gave them that $100, you broke off that one time, dog. You broke off. Everybody's gonna see that. Everybody's gonna, even if you didn't do it like paying protection, you did that, and you're never gonna have respect, dude. You will never have respect, dude. Never.
Let me answer a question now, right? Let me answer a personal question that I want to answer. So, shout out till I die 773. He's one of the best subscribers that I have. He's day one. He never misses a live, never misses a video. And brother, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. My daughter does too, I promise you. But he said, Tim, would you have paid for others doing your light work? The real answer for Tim Snow, right, is it depends. So when I left the feds, when I left Beaumont, I got jumped by 4 Hispanic guys on the yard, right? I was in the process at that time of working on some big stuff, getting some shit in and hitting the lick. Had I actually accomplished that and we got that going on and I'm bringing this in and everything else, and somebody done something to me, like owe me some money, somebody, basically that's probably the only thing I can think of. Would I pay somebody to do my light work? Maybe so. Would I pay somebody to protect me? No. If a man comes to me right there in my face, calling me out man to man, of course not. That's where you lose your respect, right? If some guy on one building, I'm in 3, ain't paying me, and I got a homeboy over there, maybe I would throw him a couple caps, you know what I'm saying, $150. Go and touch him up and give me my money. Now, if that's not necessarily losing your respect, right? So prison is crazy and it's complicated. Now, if that same dude comes to me on the yard and says, "No, I'm finna whoop you before I'm finna pay you," and I don't handle that myself, now we got a major problem, right? But if it's for the simple fact that he just being sneaky and he don't want to pay me, hey, homeboy, if you see this cat down there with that commissary hitting big and he don't bring me mine, then come on with it. You know what I mean? So it's a complicated question. Zay, I can't unmute your mic for some reason. Did you mute your mic?
I'm muted because I got her bringing my charger.
No, that's fine. I just was wondering because I sometimes do it whenever I'm talking.
Hey, Tim.
What's up, Bobby?
What'd they light you up for?
What, in Beaumont?
Yeah, you said 4 dudes jumped you.
Yeah, no, I told that story. So I got that story with a bunch of views, right? I actually interviewed my homeboy Big C. We did a video together about it, but it was because a cat came from Galveston and he was a Crip. And in the feds, it's different, right? When you're a Hispanic on an independent yard like that, the first 10 minutes that they bring you in, man, they strip you down in a cell. They look at your tattoos and all this. And homie got scared. He really like panicked. He didn't even tell him he was Five Deuce Hoover and all this. And he had a bunch of tattoos that they didn't like, right? And I knew him from the free world. So I went down there, basically had a meeting with the main dude and told him, y'all leave him alone, right? And the outcome of the meeting was the main dude calling the shots for them was probably humiliated a little bit, but the agreement was that they leave my homeboy alone. And 4 days later, the dude called the shot on me to get me because I guess he felt some type of way with me down there telling him what to do, right? And it was me telling him what he needs to do because of prison politics, the right thing and everything. It wasn't like me flexing muscle on him, but he had to do what he had to do. And then later, so they put the hit on me, right? The dudes jumped me, and then their immediate plan was to say, "Oh, Snow was the wrong dude. We didn't mean to hit him," and that was kind of like I didn't like that move, right? But that was them trying to clean it up without violence and everything. It was, hey, this all goes back to Gary. To what do I say? This is not the life people want, right? You don't want this. Prison could go wrong. Gary. Oh, so Gary, let me ask you this, Zadok. Let me ask Gary because he wasn't here for the live. Gary, there was a lady that came in the comments the other day. She said her brother was asleep. I don't know if they were in a dormitory setting or a cell setting, but she was asleep. Said he was asleep, and a guy stomped him in his sleep, really severe.
I don't know.
He was passing gas.
Oh yeah, for that.
You ever heard anything like that?
Hell yeah, and for snoring too, dude. I've seen dudes get almost killed for, and the bad thing is they send them to another tank. Well, word would follow them from all their homeboys over here. Hey, that dude snores. He's gonna keep you awake, and then he's gonna go in somebody's cell over there, and they're gonna hate him. And there's certain things. People with colostomy bags, dude. My homeboy had one, dude, and he would stink from it sometimes. People would want to beat him up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I told the story to Zadog, I think, about my homeboy from Victoria that had an old school cat come in with a colostomy bag, right? And they inflate with gas, and he would have to squeeze it out. And my homeboy gently put him out the cell, right? He wasn't threatening him with violence or anything, but he said, old school, you got to go. And he ended up moving in with somebody else that was older and sick or whatever. But that's another thing. Like, yeah, you got real health problems that might offend somebody. People don't care. I think I told the story one time about a cat that came from Galveston, right? This guy had been moved from wing to wing to wing, and everybody was trying to write I-60s on him. They were wanting to do something to him. His name was Toby from Galveston. Toby was an old school cat, but let me tell you something. Toby was one
he
of
a
the
white
most,
dude?
No, black dude, and
Hey,
he
Toby?
was yeah. Listen, he was balling in the free world, right? Like drop tops and shit. He had money, and Toby was one of the most muscular men I've ever seen in my life. As far as muscles and swole and shit, Toby was huge, dog, but he wasn't that tall. So nobody was trying to like fight him. They kept dropping kites on the dude, right? They would I-60 him, say his life is in danger, all this type of shit. And Toby was never scared, but they would come get him and move him. He'd stay a couple weeks in the wing and then they move him. Well, the GI ended up coming and talking to my homeboy Ro, that he was speaking for most of the Crips on the unit, and told him, man, y'all listen, y'all's wing has the most guys from Galveston. But y'all take Toby down there, man. Somebody's gonna have to take him. He's gotta be in prison, man. He snores loud. And Ro, with some loyalty to Galveston, is like, of course, man. Yeah, I'll take him down here. He'll be all right. Man, by the time Toby was in there 2 or 3 nights, every one of us from Galveston County was ready to get him up out of there too.
And it's your homeboy. And it's your homeboy.
He was one of our people from the hometown, and he snores so bad. You remember this? So I know y'all gonna remember this, right? Prison cells, people gotta think about on them old units too. On a cell block is a building inside of a building, right? That's how they do it. So if you tunnel out the top of your cell, you're standing on top of that. You still got another roof way up there to go through, right? That's just how it works. But on the walls, Zadog, do you remember this? I'm pretty sure it was the same way. I know Beto was like this. Do you remember, Zadog, being asleep at night and you feeling the dude in the next cell rolling over in his bunk?
Yeah. Because the bunks, like, it be connected to the, and you feel the vibrations from the next person cell.
Right. Man being a whole nother
I think
steel
my
box.
internet.
Okay, I can hear. I can still hear you good though. But so my point was, Toby was making
I'm gonna
people.
leave and come back.
Okay, do what you got to do. Ain't no big deal. All right. So Toby was snoring so bad that the people from next. Let me see. The people from next door in the
You can
next
hear him.
wing. We were living in a dorm at that time. The whole wall. He slept on the whole wall on that wing and the next one was ready to get Toby the hell out of there, man, because he would rattle the entire wall. That's how bad he would sleep. Let
I
me
wouldn't
see.
be able to sleep if I was that dude, man.
So he snores so bad, Gary. I don't even know how he slept. Zay, there go the link again, Zay. If you could jump back in, he snores so bad. I don't know how you don't wake yourself up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's
What you
what gets
working
about
on?
passing gas, though, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. If you go to that chow hall, you're in trouble. Everybody's doing it, so they beat him up for that. Somebody got beat up for that.
Yeah, and what I said was, you know what? That's a natural thing, right? It's gonna happen every now and then, but he just probably had a mentally ill celly, right? Like
Yep.
it's not. Hey, who was the worst cellmate you ever had?
Hey, let me speak on that real quick. That dude, East Texas, I was telling you about, he wasn't Marcelli, dog. He wasn't Marcelli. He never had one. When he would get one, he wouldn't last him. Celly wouldn't last that dude a night. He'd tell him, if you flush this toilet while I'm in here asleep, you know what it is. He wouldn't let him do nothing, man. He'd scare everybody to death that came in there, and they'd either get slapped and get out of there, or they just move out. So he stayed by himself. I never really had a bad Celly. If I did, I'd pay to get him moved.
So you East Texas is the dude that you told me about that made a celly go wash up and do everything in the day room?
Yeah. He wouldn't even let a celly. He wouldn't even let a dude with a charge like that go in his cell. Period. But yeah, he was one of them dudes. Yeah. In the morning, 6 a.m., go out in the day room. Don't come back in until 10 o'clock. Brush your teeth out there. Use the bathroom out there. Yeah.
Man, that's rough, ain't it, man?
That's the way it goes, man.
Hey, so in the old days, let me ask you this, because when I was there, the day room had the toilet, right? Was it always disgusting? Like there's no way in hell you want to sit down on that thing? Or was
Except for the day they brought it in, brand new.
That's it, right? The rest of the time, that thing was people pissing all over it, disgusting. Like nobody respecting that because it's not in their cell, and this man's over there brushing his teeth and washing his face in it. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that ain't.
Oh well.
Oh.
But yeah, it's not easy if you get a bad. If you got a bad celly, dude, you're not gonna. I've been in cells before, dude, where we didn't talk for like a year, dude, before we got moved. Not even a word, like not even Merry Christmas. Just stare at each other.
Hey, listen, somebody's asking what prison cell setting do you like, Gary? Did you prefer dormitory, open bunks, or you like cells better?
Cell block all day.
The cells always. So me too. Retaliate, salute. I never seen your name. You good, Zay? I dropped that link for you right there. To me, a cell setting is always going to be better because in our reality, it's better for you to one, be able to go and get a little bit of privacy. You and your cellmate can get an understanding, so some cellmates, they don't get along enough to even be in a cell at the same time, right? One cellmate might take the morning in the cell, one might take it in the evening or something like that. Hey, Gary, show them what you're working on right there. I'm finna go, I'll be back in about 30 seconds, right? Show them what you got going on. Y'all check out the work my man learned in Texas.
I don't even know if I got anything out here right here, bro. Oh, that's a piece of material. This is a snake. That's it. That backpack. It's nothing. It's just pieces right now.
Take the backpack. Show them up close, man. Unroll that.
Oh, this one?
I'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Can you see it now or what? There you go. Backpack. I don't even know if you can see it though. See it though. Oh shit. All right, let's see what I got here. Where the hell everybody go, man?
My bad, Gary. I had to, I'm over here drinking these Coronas, man, full of margaritas. You know what I had to go do?
Hey, whenever I get a chance to get to the mailbox and drop it, dude, I got something for you.
Oh yeah, for me. What? Yeah. Hold on.
You see it?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's dope.
Check it out. It's got an anteater right there. It's made out of anteater, dog.
Let me see if I can find this little one I got right now. I don't know what I just did with it when I came in. So
brand new blade too for you, man.
Oh, here it goes. So you know, shout out to Mr. Larry. I love my man, Mr. Larry. 42 straight years in, right? This is the one. This is the one. That's dope, man. So this is the one that you sent me, right? And if y'all haven't been following the channel, Gary actually sent me this knife with the dopest rattlesnake and cowhide. Beautiful knife, one-piece blade. Super nice, man. Look at that blade, Gary. I've never cut anything with this thing.
Sharp, dude. Those are sharp knives.
Listen, bro, I've never cut a piece of paper with it. I've never cut a string with it. I've never cut anything. The knife is only for one reason in life, right? Self-defense. But since Gary sent me this knife, and I love Gary, I'm really scared to carry this thing. I don't want to lose it. You know what I mean? So
you ain't gonna lose it, dog.
No, but you
Make
know,
another one.
But this is the one. So this is the one I've been carrying around. Just my work knife, you know, and these are legal in Texas now, but
everything.
So this one right here, look. And of course, it's never cut anything either, right? So when I get my knives, a lot of times, if I see a one-piece knife that's solid steel all the way through for cheap, I'll buy it. A lot of times, the only thing about these knives is they don't resharpen as great as high quality or whatever. So I never use it, right? I keep it purely for self-defense reasons. And
that's what I carry every day. That's my everyday carry. You see it?
Let me see. Hold on.
You see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Beautiful. Let me see the handle.
Red Stag. It's a Puma. It's a $2,500 knife, dude. I didn't pay $2,500 for it, but that's what it's worth. That's what it is.
See, I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm not quite a connoisseur or whatever. You know what I mean? So a lot of times I won't pay that much for the knife. If I find something solid, so I know what I'm gonna do with them, right? Like this ain't. I'm not Rambo, and I'm not hunting. I'm not living off grid or nothing. I live in the hood, dog. And if I ever use one of these things, like I said, it's purely self-defense. Hope I never have to. When I was younger, I did.
Don't go to California.
No, but right here in Lamarck, hell, I definitely had to use my knife before and my pistol, but that was me putting myself in situations that I shouldn't have been in the first place, right? I'm putting myself in a position where I'm probably gonna have to self-defense myself, and that ain't smart. I'm a little bit older than that, you know what I mean? But yeah, so man, listen, Gary, I'm finna tap out, bro. I just wanted to go live for a minute, man. I appreciate you tapping in. Much love to my brother Zaydog. And man, hold on. Gary, my man Shaw want to know where you got that snake skin from. He didn't kill it.
Oh, the big one, the big giant one I just scored. I wish I could show it to him, dude. They'd freak out, dude. It's almost 30 feet long.
Gotta be from Amazon.
Springfield Leather Company, Missouri. Springfield Leather Company. They have more too. They're very rare. They're gonna get them in that big. Very rare. Last time I saw one was 99, about that big there.
Right, so, right.
And 30 feet long, dude.
Besa said every time I had a knife, the cops always end up taking it. But believe it or not, they're legal in Texas now. A knife of any length is legal in Texas, so it's legal.
Brass knuckles, everything.
So this is the last thing. Somebody want to know how you can purchase something from Gary. Look in the video right here, okay? Look at his name at the bottom. Gary Canopy. Type in on Facebook, Gary Canopy. That's a very
solutions.
I ain't gonna say unusual name because there's a bunch of Canopys, but there won't be a bunch of them, right? Gary Canopy, Corpus Christi, Texas. And Gary has things available to buy, of course, but then his main thing is custom making it. So if you have a type of pistol that you want something made for, holsters, gun belts, ammo belts, what all do you make, Gary?
Everything and anything, and I have every exotic.
Yeah, but listen,
legal in the U.S. I have it.
Anything and everything. Don't give nobody an idea. Tell them the last 10 different items you made that weren't
backpacks, and anteater purses made out of anteater.
Yeah. Knife sheaths, gun holders,
Backpacks.
gun belts, backpacks,
auto upholstery, whatever, anything.
anything that you want. You know what I'm saying? You can work with him. He's working with you. So Texas Prison Story family, salute,
Later,
man.
dog.
Much love to my brother
Everybody.
Gary. Much love to Zaydog. And we'll see y'all later, man. Thanks for all the love and support. Hit that thumbs up.